All right, kick it off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Shared Universe Podcast Studios. Take a look around. This is brand spanking new studios. Ming, can I confirm that you did wipe everything down with these bad boys, these Clorox disinfecting wipes?
I did, and
You're the
it's
man.
funny. Either I think it was both of us. Anytime we saw like a 3-pack of those, we would buy them.
Yeah, it's
like without
true.
fail.
It's true.
It's
Yes.
like we were collecting them for some kind of event.
Some sort of rainy day, perhaps.
Yeah. So if you ever in here, they were just lying around there.
They were.
They're small piles of them.
But
and
don't
now,
break in and take them.
Yeah, don't steal our stuff.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Zapcic.
Oh, so they wouldn't have broken for the thousands of dollars of other equipment. that we
Hundreds
had
of
in there,
thousands
like-
of dollars of stuff that we've got, memorabilia.
And the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's right.
hundreds.
I'm
Hundreds of dollars?
I'm Julia Zapcic.
Yes, you're Julia Zapcic,
I
and
This is Ming Chen, everybody.
that's Ming
What's
Chen,
up?
folks. So
welcome.
we were going a little bit stir crazy, even though I was out of the house today. I'm actually disinfecting the secret stash right now.
Yeah, tell us about the stash.
Secret Stash has they made a decision to close for
First of all, for first-time listeners, what is the Secret Stash?
Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. I doubt there are any first-time listeners, but you never know. Every comic book is someone's first comic book.
And
so
it's the world's
it's-
favorite comic book
It's the
store.
world's most favorite comic store.
Yes, it is. And it's
So-
located in beautiful downtown Red Bank, New Jersey.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, thank you for interrupting 4 times.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fun quarantine.
This is a monumental decision. Do you
This is.
remember last time the store voluntarily closed? It had to be the hurricane.
It was Sandy.
Okay, we had a
Superstorm Sandy.
hurricane.
Was that voluntary, though?
Yes, because we were on the same grid as the hospital.
Yeah.
So we got our power back fairly early.
Very, very quickly, I felt.
Yes.
Almost the next day. I think it was the second.
Second or third day, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but Walt and I sustained damage, so there was not a lot of us being there
Right.
because we had to meet with insurance agents.
Although
and
we did go into podcast.
we did, yes, we did. That,
Yeah.
that
Well,
was weird.
it was much like we're doing now. We just had to talk about what was going on.
Yeah.
And I just had to find out. I just had to find. I was finding out if you were alive or not. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who was around. I didn't know who got hit. I didn't know who didn't.
I think it became the hub pretty early on. I mean, didn't you have a lot of people coming in just to charge phones? And
Yeah, we did.
Swap stories.
We made
and,
the
yeah,
call
stay in contact.
fairly
Yeah.
quickly.
I think we encourage you. We put online.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you want to come in? Need to charge your phone. You just need a place to just kind of
Yeah.
chill for a second. We're here. Although everybody went to Starbucks because they had coffee.
Yes,
And,
they did. Hello, John Kokoza. Our friend John
Hello,
is out
John.
there.
Well,
awesome.
that's one of the reasons why we decided to get together tonight, right? Because we have a lot of people that are sheltering in place
Yeah,
and
we-
not
we-
getting out too much.
No,
so.
and we wanted to tell people that the world is still around. There's still people. We're open for business here at Shared Universe Podcast Studios. We're respectful. Well, I mean, if I didn't get it from my wife already, I mean, I'm never getting it from her, the coronavirus. So I trust you, honey. Ming, you're about 6 feet away from me. You're about 4 feet away from
Hold
yeah.
up. Grab
Gimme.
an end.
Let me.
Grab an end. Oops, sorry. All right.
Here, you
we're,
touch that. You gotta flip it.
I
Hold on.
know. You got to flip. You flip it.
I did flip it.
All right. We are at 55 feet. You got to move another feet. Flip
All
back.
right, I'm
Sorry,
not
don't
moving.
Move, don't move.
I'm not moving. Ming and
I'll try not to sneeze.
you
over
and I
on
have
that.
had our hands in Clorox bleach so much for the past 2 weeks. My fingers are pruny. So
Yeah,
and
Mike's
they-
hands are cracking.
Yeah, actually, the other night
He's bleeding.
when we were doing Jack Acid Flashback, yeah, I found like 3 cracks in my skin just from the hand sanitizer and the bleach.
Wow, to add to the other crack in your ass.
Yeah, and the
Wow.
crack in my hand. Thank
nice.
you.
All right.
Boy, this has gone downhill really fast.
Of course it does.
Really, really hoping.
Well,
this
all
will
right.
be a
So the
family
store's
friendly.
closed, and I was in, I think 2 days ago, and I'm like, so what's going on?
We didn't know.
You think the store's going to close? And you guys are like, no, man, it'll never happen. No, you weren't like that. You weren't that cavalier.
No,
You're
never.
like, hey, we don't know. We
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
have no idea.
Were you prepared for such a case though? Because everyone else is closing down. I think.
Yeah, actually,
in our town.
I started making some phone calls. Actually, Walt and I started making some phone calls to Diamond Comics, our comic distributor, and to our reservists to let them know that we would send out books.
You're mailing them.
We're mailing them. Actually,
Wow.
we're
Through the U.S. Postal Service?
yeah, and through
Couldn't you have started, like, they're all local, right? Couldn't you have started, like, Mike Zapcic's delivery service?
That's not really that safe because God knows if I've got it, I'm
Right.
just delivering them death.
There's I've been looking at like the DoorDash and Uber Eats. They're like, well, you could you can opt to have a no contact delivery.
Okay.
And they'll just leave it at your front door.
Yeah.
You could have done that.
What do you have to do? Spray down the bag to make sure that all the germs are gone
Yeah, I
before
guess
you open it or something like that.
Could have worn gloves.
I don't know. There could be
Yeah.
a bunch of drunk drivers out there. I'll let the USPS.
All right, so no delivery service.
No,
You don't
well,
think
I'm-
that this is kind of like the Walking Dead scenario where we've all got it? You know how like the,
We're all-
the,
yeah,
the
we're already
CDC
dead.
director
it's
like
very
whispered
possible.
it into Rick's ear, and that's like the big secret he carries
That's
around.
Jenner, yes.
Yeah.
That's extremely possible.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
Walt
wondering.
started the delivery service way
He
back
did.
to your alcoholic
What?
your
Yeah.
alcoholic
He
long-time
literally would
customer.
deliver comics. Oh,
To,
wow.
Not only
Trailer
that, he
park.
bought him beer too. Dude,
well, he didn't buy him beer. He took him up to get beer.
He was like, "Hey, Walter, will you get me a beer?" And it was Walt was like, "Which one?" Like he wanted the foot-long tall boys like
He wanted,
this.
give me. It's
give
called
me-
a keg,
Give me the
Walt.
tall boy
We're
like
not
this.
bringing anyone beer, but so if someone isn't used to is not already a reservist, how can they get you to package up their comics and send them to them?
They can call the stash. I'm going to be there disinfecting for the next couple of days / week or two, and just call the stash up. I mean, our number 732-758-0508. I didn't mean for this to be a
commercial?
for the
Well,
secret stash, but hey,
you know
why the
what?
hell not?
It should be. Everyone's hurting right now. No one's getting any business.
I would think this would be a great time to get into comics, like something that you
Exactly.
can kind of take yourself
Yeah.
out of.
I
the
had a guy, and I'm
dreadful 24/7 news.
I'm going to
cycle.
name him by name right now. Thank you so much to Mr. Chuck Snap. 2 P's, Snap. And he's like, listen, I want to support you guys. I just saw
nice.
on your Facebook. He's like, give me Captain America $50 worth. So I'm like, all right, buddy.
That's amazing.
And I was like, you know what? Free shipping.
Yeah.
So we did free shipping on all our reservists. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot of money, dude. I'm just saying from the bottom line. But this is what you do for your customers.
This is
That's
what we do
right.
for our customers.
And they got the 15% off.
And they get their one guy has a little bit better, but there's only one.
What about going online with the email?
You can also email us, sure, at jnbobstuff. That's JAYANDBOB stuff, STUFF
Okay.
at gmail.com. Anything you want, and if I can get it to you, I will.
Okay.
And spend $50 or more, free shipping.
Wow,
How cool is that?
that is cool.
Wow.
And we're open here at a shared universe as well.
We are.
Yeah, obviously,
I
since
mean,
we're-
yeah, I don't think I've not spent a day here since all this went down. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, we moved up here about 2 weeks ago, 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I was still putting it back together. So there's still a lot of work to be done physically up here. Almost there. I would say we're about 87, 88%.
No, I'd
right
say
now.
about 73%.
73.
We need 2 major things here because we can hear them next door yelling.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we're getting additional soundproofing in here. Yeah, that stinks, but our walls are the walls have always been thin in this building.
Yes,
But
but
other than that, I mean, all our stuff though. Everyone was like, "How are you gonna get all that crap up there?" Like, one piece of crap at a time. And
crap, I had to slap whoever said that.
yeah, I think it was us. So you guys have to start hitting yourself, dude.
And a couple of days of having 2 strapping young men put their backs into it and help. Our boys helped.
Our boys did help.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4. I mean, I think we had a small army. So
Yeah.
We
yeah,
did.
shout out to your kids and Chris and Christian.
Chris and Christian,
our
yep.
beloved engineers.
And me, the old man, was getting shite up here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I mean, we really thought about it. I mean, not only do we always practice, and I do agree with people that laugh. They're like, who were the dirty people who didn't wash their hands before and didn't clean up after
was
themselves?
everybody.
Before?
That was everybody. I
Not
think
us, though.
How do you think coronavirus got
Listen,
started?
One of the reasons why we had so many Clorox disinfecting wipes is because we've always done it, and then we just always keep a stock of them. But just like you guys were laughing and playing around with the tape measure, the truth of the matter is that so far as where we stand right now with recommendations about how to stay safe, we don't allow anyone that's visibly sick to be up here. We're constantly cleaning, and you can stay far enough away from each other to.
Yeah, you're not
to be
allowed
safe.
in here either if you smell like piss.
No.
So no, if you smell like piss, get the hell out. Sorry,
Yeah.
Is that?
I have to leave.
But
Did you piss yourself?
Yeah,
but
The bathroom's right
But-
there.
but me.
I'm lazy.
As I was telling you before we came in, I have had a couple of people contact me recently, and they're interested in doing remote podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because we can certainly do that too. Some of our podcasters who are used to coming in, traveling a long distance, to come here and podcast, but haven't, but don't want to make that trip with
Right.
all the curfews and all that kind of stuff going on. They're staying podcasting, using remote podcasting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a certain amount of charm to being here in the studio and and hanging out in the clubhouse. But if you want to keep podcasting or start podcasting, remote's definitely a way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Hi, Chris Mad.
What the hell was that? Barreled right the hell in here.
Yeah,
Chris Mad, everybody.
Yeah,
Chris
yes,
Mad.
Chris Mad.
Uh,
Woo!
Can I just say, John Kokoza
yes,
just cracked me up before.
Why?
Also,
What did he
Take
say?
a look.
Some
Read
people
behind you.
won't be able to see all this. Can you describe
Yes.
it?
Can
I
you say-
can't, and I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, okay. Why? Because it's not suitable for you have to be reading it yourself.
Are
yeah, no, Ming knows
assume
what I'm
for
talking
young
about.
children? What's
Yes,
going
it's
on?
exactly. So,
Okay,
Oh,
fair
okay.
enough.
just read his comment, and you'll
Okay.
know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
So we'll connect anybody from anywhere. So for anybody who's not comfortable leaving their house, which the government's recommended we not do, so we're violating all of that. But
well, it's us. So I mean, I don't know how many people you see on a daily basis, but
we've both seen a lot actually.
I was
well,
talking,
today I didn't see too many people.
I was talking with someone who was on the Parkway, and I have not been out almost at all in the last couple of weeks, except a couple of times to get essentials. But I said, wow, it must be amazing to drive on the Parkway and have it be almost abandoned, and you must feel like you want to drag. And he laughed.
You've been out driving. I haven't really noticed a huge difference.
No.
It's a little lighter,
He
but
laughed
people are
and
out.
he said, "It's been a long time since you've been out, hasn't it? There are still a lot of
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
on the road. I mean, there's not been a lot of people off the road. Now, New York City, they showed a shot of downtown New York City this morning.
Was it empty?
Yeah, the congestion looks pretty low. I mean, for New York City,
Sure.
yeah. For here, not so much.
Yeah, I think the Erie Shy I saw was just the Vegas Strip. It was half.
Yeah.
It was just most of the lights were out. I was like, ooh, this is it's crazy.
Gotcha. How do you feel about those spring breakers?
Oh, I think they're idiots, but they're. I mean, you remember being young, right? You thought you were
Of course.
invincible.
Yeah.
You didn't think you didn't. And the more people, someone told you not to do something, you did it even more.
Of course,
So.
you had to have like an end of the world
Sure.
party.
I was like, hey man, it was. You only live once. Yeah, I saw one kid was like, hey man, if I get it, I get it. If hey Mike, if he dies, he dies.
He dies. He dies.
He dies.
What?
He dies.
That's from Rocky IV.
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and I mean, Florida, they didn't shut down. They've refused to shut down the beaches. It's like Jaws.
Yeah.
The mayor in Jaws was like, hey man, like they're gonna go to.
I thought I saw that Florida did do something. Like right before I left to come here, it was like Florida gets serious or Florida's had enough or something like that. So apparently they
I think the
they are
governor
taking-
cracked down.
Yeah, they
yeah?
are. They are
Okay.
finally taking some
But
precautions.
it's one of those things where, the mayor in Jaws.
Yes.
He was the mayor in Jaws 2.
Right. Yes, he was.
Yeah, so he got reelected.
Yeah, he got a bigger part in Jaws too,
Yeah.
because
Well, you're
nobody else came back.
yeah,
well,
you're talking about a teenage ritual where they're basically getting alcohol poisoning and
Sure.
trading STDs
Sure.
and they're making a ton of money off of that. So
Right.
it's not really surprising that Florida wasn't on board
Oh,
to cut
sure.
down for COVID.
Absolutely.
Yeah, until the very last minute. But one of the things that I thought would be interesting if we do this on a regular basis
Sure.
is kind of to spend part of the time trading a little bit of information.
all right, what do you got?
Well, actually, like I said, I haven't really been out. I know that you've been doing some of the food runs.
Yes.
And I know yesterday you stopped and you got some essentials and you picked up some ground beef and
Mm-hmm.
you brought home some chicken. And you were saying that in our local, you went to Food
I
Town?
went to Superfood Town over in Red Bank, and I know a guy.
Did you
who
win
works
the
there.
toilet paper battle? Did you win?
Yes, I did because I didn't engage in a toilet paper.
Are
battle.
you? What's your stock at right now? How many rolls of toilet paper?
Not
We're good.
saying so. We're good. We're good.
We're good.
all right.
I can wipe my ass.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We
Fair
can
enough.
stay clean. Yeah. We're
All
not
right.
saying.
Did you take any from the Surf Taco bathroom? Surely you're entitled to it.
Oh.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have the toilet paper roll key? It's like a little plastic key that opens up the thingy.
It's called a screwdriver, man, and it's really easy to
Yeah.
get.
Okay. So you've done it.
Of course.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Wasn't there? Speaking of toilet paper, it wasn't this tenant, but the old tenant.
Oh my God.
You guys engaged in a toilet paper and paper towel battle.
We
there was
engaged
a
in
war.
a bathroom battle
There was a war.
because he said that we owed him. He gave us a preposterous number.
Sure.
He said.
So there used to be a restaurant next door.
Yes,
and,
I'm not going to name the name.
We shared the bathroom, and then did he just one day come over in a huff?
And one day he came over with
what
a
happened?
bill.
Okay.
For toilet paper?
Was
Not
it
for toilet
was it
paper.
handwritten?
It was typed up.
He typed it up. Okay.
He typed it up, and I swear to God, he used like a Corona typewriter. So yeah.
What was the bill
electric.
for? What was the bill for?
It was for a monthly charge to use the bathroom.
This is a shared bathroom. It's not.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how it was outlined in the lease per se, but
In the lease, we get used to the bathroom.
okay.
We get to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't think we even sent. At that time, did you send customers there? if
I
they
was not
needed
sending
it?
customers to the bathroom.
Okay, but you used it personally.
I did.
Okay.
I didn't use it. I used it to pee, and that's it, because it is a disgusting bathroom.
Never took a dump in there.
Never.
Not even when you had diarrhea.
Who's ever said that I've had diarrhea?
I don't
really
know.
Hard.
There you are.
I don't know.
Prove it, and then we'll talk.
You've
Anyway.
never.
There
yeah.
were some canned goods on the shelf.
So-
No toilet paper, no paper towels.
Now,
but
hold
there,
on,
but there
honey.
were fresh
Yeah.
meats and
Yeah, there were fresh meats, no paper
vegetables,
towels,
right?
no
Yeah.
cleaning products.
Right. So you got the bill.
Oh,
he was
oh,
pissed, right?
He was very pissed, but it was he tried to say that the bathroom upkeep
Yeah.
every month was $1,000.
$1,000?
Yes.
How did
And
you
he
ask him to
wanted-
justify the number?
He did justify the number.
How
he had
so?
it itemized. It's like
How much was the like the paper
the
towels?
cleaning, the water, everything in there.
The water?
Yeah,
Was he getting billed for the water? I thought the landlord was getting billed for
the
the
landlord
water.
does.
So he was trying to take that money.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
And he claimed that he
Soap.
refilled the who was refilling the paper towels?
Him.
Okay, but he was jacking the price up.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, I see. He added a service charge.
Of course he did.
Okay.
And-
Did you tell me you ripped up in a little piece and threw it back in his face?
No, he gave it to Walt.
Right.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And Walt's answer was to go and buy a 24 pack of toilet paper,
Right.
which you can't do now, but could back then. Back in the old days when you
Sure,
could buy a
sure.
24. So he bought.
And so every time you went,
24
well, you
rolls.
didn't take a dump though, but
No, he gave him the 24 rolls. He's like, here you go. This should
this should
last us
cover
a year.
A year. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for a whole year. And did that end everything?
No. He went to our landlord.
Okay.
Our landlord told him to go fuck himself.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Landlord's like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Right.
Said check their lease. Or he's like, you don't have their lease, so I'm going to tell you what their lease says. They can use the bathroom.
Right.
Because
It's in
it's
the
a
lease.
fucking bathroom.
Right.
They get to pee in there just like your customers
Sure.
do. You know, it's not a golden crapper.
No.
You know, there's no key to it, so
Right.
they can use it. And I mean, it's in their lease. We pay a certain amount of money
Yeah.
for the water.
Right.
as a matter of
Was
fact.
he like? What do you get off charging $1,000 for this? The landlord's like, hey, the landlord should have flipped it back on him.
He did.
Oh, he did.
He's like, he said, you're not paying the water. I'm paying the water.
Right.
He said, these other incidentals. He's like, listen, I run a place across the street.
Incidentals. What is this? A hotel?
Yeah. He's like, what? The incidentals for like hand towels,
Right.
toilet paper.
I
He's
pay
like,
that.
He's like, no, the other guy paid it.
Right.
But he's like, are you insane? He's like, how many people shit in here?
Right. I know, man. How
That
bad
you're
is your food?
Yeah, that you're going through $800
Bad
worth
is
of
your
toilet
food that
paper.
They're in
It's
this
insane.
much intestinal
Yeah,
distress.
so
Wow.
so
Well-
that's what that
Well,
happened.
guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That guy went out of business.
No, he's still in business.
Well, not at that location.
Not at our
though.
location.
Like 10 years ago, easily.
yeah, he's gone 10
Yeah.
years at least.
And we
So-
got cooler neighbors now.
Yeah.
Bathroom's still a mess, but hey.
So the Superfood Town, I know a guy who works there, and he said that they're staggering their deliveries. He's like, I don't know when the next
Sure,
stuff's coming
sure.
in. He's like, but people get here at like 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I have no idea what they need this toilet paper so badly for.
Right. So there's no shortage of toilet paper. Just
There
people
shouldn't
just
be.
buying it because
No,
of
they're
some
buying it
media
because they're
frenzy.
panicking.
Right.
And why are you panicking? And I think that's why Jules and I wanted to do this podcast. It's
Yeah.
like,
What do you think the next
Don't
thing's going to
panic.
be? It's always
Gasoline.
something. Really?
oh yeah, people are going to start stockpiling gasoline.
Should we stockpile now then with that in mind?
Hell yeah.
It's so cheap right now.
That's exactly why.
Right.
But don't fill a 55-gallon drum and leave it next to your
your space heater.
space heater. Yeah.
Or your firework collection. Right.
Or just open flames.
Yeah.
You know?
One of our the guy who directed a comic book man, our showrunner Brian
Yes.
Nichelle, sent us a very interesting chapter on water storage
Yes.
in case of an emergency, and scared me a little bit. People
it's-
don't think to store water, but if there's a breakdown and there's no water, and you turn on your faucet, you don't either. There's no water or there's no clean water. You're screwed.
You are.
You don't have any. It doesn't last very long.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Right.
You need, I think it's...
He said a gallon per person per day. I think minimum.
That's the minimum. yeah.
Minimum. Yeah. So he had I guess he's writing a
I'm sorry, are
survival
we
guide.
talking about crapping in some
No.
random bathroom? Are we
No,
past
we
that?
started talking about normal stuff.
Yeah, it was
on
pretty
okay,
interesting though.
alright.
His techniques. I didn't know there were so many different methods of storing and cleaning water.
Absolutely.
And then the one I saw was like you could drink straight up bleach if you had to, or use it to clean water.
No, you can't drink straight up bleach.
You can't drink straight up bleach.
No, no, no.
cannot.
You can use
You
it
could
to
die.
disinfect water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I believe like a
How many parts
teaspoon. It's
per
a
gallon?
teaspoon per gallon.
Okay.
Or even a little bit less. I think it's like 3 or 4 drops per gallon, and that'll you have to. There's a
Look it up
thing
on
to
the
it.
internet.
Yeah. Are you
Before-
storing
before the
water?
internet goes
I have
down.
water.
Okay.
I mean, we have water filters
Right.
and we have life straws.
Right. What if there's no water source though?
There's always a water source, man.
Okay.
Not of necessarily potable water, but
Right.
there's drinkable water. You can use
Have
a
you-
life straw
Well,
to
that
drink
is-
just
that-
about everything.
That is what potable.
You bought the straws? You
Yeah,
have the
I-
straws?
We have life
Did you
straws,
test
yeah.
them? Did you take a sip out of the toilet or something? Like, all right.
why
it's
would I
working.
do
No, that
How do you know
really
it works
is
then?
doomsday scenario.
How do I know? You know what? I'm
don't
gonna
wanna-
leave it.
you
I'm
don't
gonna leave
wanna-
it in Jesus' hands.
You
in
don't
that
want to be
case.
like it breaks down, you see a puddle, like, well,
Would
my
you like
wa-
to test it?
Sure, I would test it. Bring it in. I'll test it.
All right. I'm gonna have to buy you your
Grab
own.
grab some how does it work though? It's got a carbon filter.
It's
I
got a
imagine.
carbon filter,
And
yeah.
it filters what 99% nine of what?
I don't think you're
99.9.
supposed to stick it in the sewer. I think I think it's meant
Well,
to.
you could,
meant
though.
to-
You
could.
You could.
Can you? I
Yes,
don't
you,
know.
honey. Yeah,
All right,
actually,
I'm
you
just
can.
saying if you didn't test it, like,
And I
what if
also
you got a
have
bad one?
I also have water.
tablets?
The tablets.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a store of them.
Okay.
so.
You're have you stocked up on anything though?
Stocked up now.
Okay. So there's
Like on nuts? No.
okay. So there's no overabundance of any
How about
item.
you? How about you?
Ice cream. I've been eating a lot of ice cream lately. I've just been stress eating. so-
Refrigeration goes out, you're
I-
screwed. You're
I
gonna be
think a
drinking
lot
that
of
ice
people
cream.
have been
No, I
doing
think
that
I'll just
too.
eat all the ice cream.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, afterwards, yeah, I'm screwed, but that's a luxury item, though.
Then you get diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Must have. Its two-stage filter features a hollow fiber membrane with activated carbon for fast flowing. Removes bacteria, organic chemicals, and chlorine from any source.
There you are.
All right, so this is something you get on Amazon, I imagine.
Okay.
I think you can. It's
Actually, you
probably
can go to
sold out.
Amazon, and this looks like it is. It doesn't
Is it
say it's
sold
sold out. Available on Bed Bath and Beyond as well.
Okay,
Oh,
this is something you
nice.
recommend as part
I
of
would,
your.
absolutely.
Okay.
Because, like Jules's grandma used to say, never spit in a puddle. You never know when you're going to have to drink out of it.
I mean, after
Did she say that?
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
all the time.
The Italian grandmother.
Did she live by it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
I mean,
It's don't burn your bridges.
Yeah,
Grandma,
don't-
stop
yeah.
spitting in.
Stop.
Why do you keep spitting in puddles?
no. After,
Why are you spitting on me?
After Sandy, we had a go bag. We have a go bag for everybody.
Sure.
So it's just nothing that's going to.
What did you learn from that disaster that you put into place now that you
Be
can maybe pass
prepared.
on to
And-
everybody?
Prepared.
I mean, how so? Is there any specifics that you can? Pass
Yeah, we
on to
can't
people?
trust. You can't trust the authorities to have your back.
All right, I don't think I ever did that.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that the police are out to get you. It's not true.
Freaking
I'm just saying-
NWA was right, man. Like 911 is a joke, man.
Nope. Well, here's the thing: you have to take care of yourself.
In
You
a
have to
time
take
of a
care of yourself.
crisis, you can't assume that someone's
Yes.
going to come in and rescue you. You have to
No,
be able to
you-
take care of yourself.
Yeah, you got to
I
rescue
think
yourself.
I think that's the bottom
That's why
line.
we
Yeah.
got our boys karate lessons. That's
right.
why they're black belts.
Okay.
That's why she is proficient with weapons.
Right.
So, I think that's important.
Is the gun out of the safe? Is under your pillow right now? Are we at DEFCON 4 yet?
It's like strapped to my back.
Oh, like Die Hard?
Yeah.
Like yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. I got priority.
Do you have one
tape
like
right here.
Velcroed under the desk?
Of course.
Okay.
Doesn't everyone?
Okay.
That's where the Uzi goes.
Don't you have one under the podcast?
I don't.
table right
No,
now?
there are no firearms in here. We have we have 2 swords and 3 lightsabers in here.
Yeah, we do.
The
we
swords,
have,
actually.
We have 2 steel maces in here.
It's true.
They're, usually we work out with them, but they
Have
could be
your
used as
network
weapons.
know how to get in touch with people that you can depend on to give you good information across the neighborhood.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if
who
you have
would-
to figure out where they're selling gas, where that last roll of toilet paper is that you
Right.
need, how to plug into that.
Right on. So, so you were at the store. You said today or yesterday?
Both. I was
Today.
there today. Yeah.
All right. Is there? I saw. So toilet paper is completely out where I was.
Oh, you mean I was at? Oh, I thought you meant the secret stash. I was
No,
at the
grocery store.
The grocery store yesterday.
Okay. So I saw no toilet paper.
No toilet
the
paper.
Panic,
no cleaning supplies.
and no.
whatsoever.
I mean, those. Yeah, there are no Clorox disinfectant wipes.
No.
And depending on what day I've been there, all the meat's been cleaned out. Except
Yesterday I
for-
went.
Like, what have you seen that people aren't buying though? Which is great. So all the like
Scrapple.
Scrapple's good.
Scrapple's, yeah.
Scrapple's
Oh,
delicious.
Totally, yeah.
Scrapple will keep you going for a week, man.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you'll need the toilet paper.
Yeah.
so-
So I saw breakfast sausage for whatever reason nobody wants.
that is so weird.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that a couple days ago. Anything that's vegan meat is not being
Yes.
bought, and I think turkey legs. Nobody wants turkey legs.
Really?
Turkey legs they've got those really big tendons in it. They
Sure.
suck. The
Eat
cartilage.
around them.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
do.
yeah, but it's still.
The funny
such a
thing
pain
is,
in
I
the
was in the supermarket about a week ago, and I was behind a couple, and they were going back and forth. And the woman turns around and says, "Get that right now. I don't care if we have to put it in the freezer and save it till later, because I'll tell you one thing: if push comes to shove and it gets really bad, you won't see me in here, clawing through
Sure.
like the leftovers."
Right.
And I just smiled. I said, in my head, I'm like, "Lady, you would probably be the first one to stab somebody in the back, crawl
Sure.
over their dead body, and take the crumbs out of their hands if
And
it got bad
then
enough."
butcher them for meat for later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Put them in the
for sure.
smokehouse.
But I think those are the people who are hoarding everything, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, and this is where it is, it's hard. It's hard to know, what, and it's very emotional, so people don't want to hear it. But we're not at a state of desperation, and I wish people would stop behaving as if we are. I mean, it is something we have to pay attention. We have to do the right thing.
Sure.
We have to be prepared. But this like outright panic, as if the people really are going to be reenacting
Sure.
Fear the Walking Dead like first season. It's just not. It's not going to happen, and people need to calm down.
Yeah, I get it though. There's a lot of fear from the media, and then the TV people seeing these TV shows like, "Whoa, this could happen." They see little glimpses of it happening. So
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, I don't say it's justified. I can see why it's happening though.
but
for
it
sure.
hasn't happened yet. I mean,
Right.
there's no breakdown in the social fabric. There's
Well, that we've seen. We're
No.
not. I'm sure up in New York and L.A. It's.
I don't know. It seems under control. I'm sure there's a lot of shit that's going on behind closed doors that we don't know about.
Right.
But as far as it goes, if you call the cops, they're going to respond within like 5 minutes. So you're okay in that regard.
Right. Although you said not to trust them.
I said that you can't. Actually, Jules put it better than I did.
Okay.
Whereas I'm not going to rely on anybody else to
Right.
get me out of this kind of
Okay.
situation. They're my first call. I'm not calling.
The 50. You call the 50.
Oh, of course. If someone breaks
You've already
into
got
my house,
9-1. All you got to do is hit the 1.
Actually,
No,
I
no.
want the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
Yeah,
sure.
that'll be okay.
if someone breaks into my house,
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot them in the leg, and they can lay bleeding on my carpet.
That's your strategy. Shoot him in the leg.
No one's that precise.
No headshot.
No one. That's even
Or
harder.
in the nuts.
Center
man.
mass.
Shoot him in the nuts, man.
Center mass, buddy.
Like in Pulp Fiction, that put that guy down, man.
of
Zed.
course it did.
Yeah, shoot him in the nuts, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you have any old
that'll
people
learn
who
you.
live next to you?
I mean, no one over say 55. maybe 60.
Pretty old. No, I'm just kidding.
I have no
actually,
elderly. I don't believe I do.
I was really
Oh no
happy.
no 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 you're wrong.
Yeah.
My
I'm wrong. I didn't say
my
anything.
neighbor
I'm
a couple
sassy.
no you're right. No, my neighbor a couple doors down is
Yeah.
he's
I'm
elderly.
really happy that some of the local stores like Stop and Shop and I think Whole Foods too, I read recently, have started hours where folks can get in.
It's
and
for seniors.
Yeah. So,
Are they
so
using it?
seniors can go in.
Are they using it?
I don't know. I think you know. I know that my senior father would be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Right.
at first I was like, man, you got to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to
Sure.
go. But he was up at like 4 o'clock in the
Right.
morning. So as long as they can get there, but I've seen a lot of people pitching in. Like they know that they have elderly neighbors.
Right.
They go, they get their shopping list. They make sure to pick up a few things for them when
Sure.
they're out. I mean, that kind of stuff is encouraging. I like that kind of. I mean, as crappy as it is to try and pull like the silver lining out of something horrible like this.
Yeah,
I was talking,
it's still early though.
It is
like
early.
in 2 months, if it's even worse.
Yeah,
I think people are
well-
gonna be like, hey, can I get you some toilet paper from the store? Like, at what point is it every man for himself, Mike?
Never.
You don't think it's ever gonna
No.
happen?
No, I think you take care of your family and then you
Sure,
extend that hand.
sure.
If anybody comes to try to take what's mine, that's when it gets.
That's
be
when it's every man
dicey.
for himself.
It's me and my family against whoever's trying to break into my house.
Right.
I hate people who try to bully their way into doing stuff.
Sure.
What I do like, and Jules said it's really encouraging.
We
that
got a
you've
couple friends that do that. A couple friends who are good at that.
I don't know about that.
Who, will throw their weight around a little bit.
I don't know about that, but here's the thing that Jules is right. It's very encouraging. If you have, an extra like $50 that you can buy some extra ramen or some cup of soup.
I don't think
or some
anybody has an
mayonnaise.
extra $50 right now.
Well,
I don't think anybody has extra $50 right now, and I don't blame them.
well,
But
if,
You don't
if-
think that the Kardashians have an extra $50?
Yeah.
Maybe Bill Gates.
I
has
think
an
even
extra
they have to
$50?
start saving their money at this point.
yeah, right. They have to stop burning the entire $100 bill when they're.
I don't know who's buying Kylie Jenner cosmetics. If things start going south in like 3
I
months.
don't know either, but you can do stuff like give it to the Jersey Shore Mission or lunch break,
Sure.
or make sure that they're stocked up.
Right? Have you been donating?
No, unfortunately, but I should be.
Okay.
So he would be, except that I've put the brakes on that, and this is why. Because I think that people want to help, and we've been kind of trained to reflexively like write a check or drop
Sure.
some cash off at a local organization, and I think that it can be a good thing, but in a crisis, you have to have policies and procedures in place to do a good job, right? To reach out to people. In a crisis, I think it can be easy for people to give a lot of money and that money not to be deployed effectively. So my thing is, listen, we've got lots of friends and neighbors. All of them, many of them could use help. So why don't we start there? I mean,
You're George Bailey,
know,
dude.
seriously.
You're the Bailey Savings and Loan, man.
You got to help out, man. I'm the richest man in town.
Yeah.
That's right, George Bailey.
And a Merry Christmas to you in jail.
That guy was a piece of shit.
Was Lionel Barrymore?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure he was a great guy. Actually, Lionel Barrymore, for my grandmother, wasn't great grandma. My grandmother used to tell me that we're related to him somehow, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that would
You mean-
explain a lot.
Is it from
I
my?
would see where the anger comes from then.
is
the
it
demeanor.
is he related to my prostitute grandmother? Is that what's going on? All right, yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, man. Wherever the bloodline
Whatever
comes and goes.
whatever
man.
you need to do to get by, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you got to be a little bit George Bailey. You
All
can't
right.
be Mr.
So
Potter.
where are you going to get groceries and things that you need?
There's a new place that was just built up the street from here.
What, the ShopRite?
Yes, it's big. They've been pretty well stocked.
Okay. I went to
Nothing too
the
crazy. They're open until midnight still. So I
went to the
believe-
Asian store.
Oh yeah, that was my secret weapon.
I almost got a silky
Where-
chicken.
Yeah, where there were a couple days where it was the meat, all the meats and produce were pretty much stripped bare.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, why don't I go to the Asian market down the street? Let's see what they have left. And it was like, remember when Randall goes to Big Choice Video
Sure.
and Clerks, and he was like,
Yeah.
it was like that. They were stocked with everything.
Oh yeah.
There were 3 other people in there,
Yeah.
and it was no.
Two of them were wearing masks.
They might have been, yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I was there that, not that day.
Yeah, but I was
They were
there, and
wearing
it was,
masks.
It was like, ding. I was like, wait a minute, man. I was like, white people don't come here. That's great.
I know. I was there, and I'm checking out, and I know that
What'd you get? Did you get anything fun?
ramen.
Oh, ramen. Okay, I had plenty of that.
Got some ramen.
And some dumplings.
I got some.
and,
Oh yeah, we had,
Oh, yeah,
we had
frozen
Chinese
dumplings,
food.
dude.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah,
and
man.
some.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got some
Hell
roast
yeah.
roast pork buns.
cabbage.
Oh
We
man,
got some cabbage.
Napa cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a daikon radish.
Yeah.
Love daikon radish. And I got some mashi Kit Kats.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Daniel loves them.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Right on, man.
but I know that the people, the lady ringing me up, and the people in front of me,
Sure.
they kept looking at me and like laughing and going back and forth in Chinese, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, they were laughing at you,
I'm
making
like,
fun of you.
I have never felt so white in my life. I mean, I really.
You're white even in like freaking A&P and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
even when I walk into a country club, people are like, "Oh, look at that white gentleman."
You're even too white for the KKK meeting, dude.
I
So
think
like
so.
you're too you get out of here, boy. You're too white for us.
I'm like,
I'm
sorry, dude.
pretty sure they weren't talking about you. I see plenty of white people in there.
I don't know.
Yeah. All I'm saying, there wasn't anyone in there. And I was like, this is great. I'm going to come here and buy everything. And it's cheap, too, man.
It is. It's pretty
I
impressive.
bet you a lot
cheap.
of the local stores have better access to fresh meats and vegetables because they have different supply sources, right?
I believe
they're,
so.
They're
Yeah,
more
yeah,
local.
yeah. Yeah, man, yeah,
Like
for sure.
Levati. Levati, they make their own sausage and stuff,
Yeah,
and that
there's a
stuff's
big
awesome.
Italian market over here. So what's to be done about people in the service industry right now? They're hurting right
They
now.
are. You can
They're
buy.
hurting.
You can buy gift certificates.
You can.
Which
I don't
will-
know if anybody really is. Have you bought a gift card?
No, I'm
haven't.
saying you can.
You can.
But there's also a couple of things that there are like some GoFundMe's, like a virtual tip jar on Facebook for some people.
Sure.
And you could do that, or
It's not. Yeah, I'm thinking this, man. This is not a long term solution though. Like I don't know.
no,
It's gonna be. I mean, what? Some of these play. What if the store's closed for a month, dude?
I know.
What do you like? You know, what do you? What's to be done?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Well,
it could be.
I mean, if that were to happen, which it's not going to happen, but they would have to do things like they're doing. They would have to just like drop off food packages to people's houses.
Sure.
So they would set something like that up. It is not going to get that dire. I mean, it's not a bad idea to think about worst possible scenarios because it's nice to have a plan. It's always better to have a plan and not use it than to need a plan and not have it. But it's not going to get that bad. I mean, if people can continue to be considerate and take precautions and do the right thing, this is not going to end us.
Yeah,
not.
no, I'm just worried about most of my favorite places not being able to come back. I mean, a
Well-
month with no revenue,
I know that's
Yeah.
it's
crazy.
tough.
That's
crazy
Unless-
to think of.
Yeah, this is one of those times when the government should be, worrying about this on a local level.
Well,
Right.
we'll have to see.
What's
I mean,
the solution though?
There's more and
I
more
don't know.
happening
All
in
right.
Congress. To,
Okay, I didn't know if you
to
had
help,
thoughts.
to help to provide.
Because they're like, hey, everyone gets
support.
$1,000. Like, well, what are you gonna spend that $1,000 on? Nothing's open.
that's true.
And,
Exactly.
and it's $1,000 ain't gonna get you that far.
No.
If people keep spending their money on takeout, I mean, it's not. It isn't a good solution for the people that work in the restaurants who are no longer working in restaurants
Sure.
and collecting a tip. But I guess best case scenario is that those establishments can reopen when when all this other
Right.
this draconian stuff is lifted, and hopefully, like if you were an awesome employee and you would be invited to come back and resume working there. So I mean, it's not great. It's still crappy, but it's better than no return. So
Yeah, no, I'm just I'm worried about all the small businesses, man. It's
We've got a lot of friends in.
I think almost
the
all our
restaurant
friends.
industry, yeah.
I mean, not only that, but retail as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been crazy, and I don't even know where we are on the curve. They keep talking about this curve. Where are we? Are we on the bottom? We're definitely not at the top. So
No,
we haven't seen the worst yet,
No.
which is pretty crazy. So, well, what are you doing at the store now that it's closed?
I told you I'm
Okay,
I'm
you're doing mail order?
The mail order.
Right.
And just sanitizing, just cleaning the living crap out of the place.
Okay, geez,
So-
that could take years.
No, it'll take just a little while. I
I don't know, man. I've seen that store, dude.
I'm doing it inch by inch, buddy.
All right, you
It's
got any help?
me.
Okay, no.
and
And my boys.
the boys.
and
Oh, they're coming up.
The
You
boys will
got
be
you got
in
you put your
tomorrow,
kids to work.
Putting my kids to work. Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna get rid of some of the comics in the the basement. We're going to send them overseas. So.
All right, to what, poor Chinese kids who have recovered from the virus?
No, we're sending them over to the troops.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, poor Chinese.
We said overseas. I think China.
They're in English, so I'm like,
I think China. I think they could. I think English is a universal language.
Okay,
At this point.
I don't know about
Really?
that, but
I don't know if. Yeah, I don't. What if you sent like censored comics over?
or uncensored
or
comics. It's like,
uncensored
holy
comic.
crap,
Whoa, who's this? That's Spider-Man. Like, whoa, we've never seen this before.
Spider-Man,
This was bad. Spider-Man.
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 Supida-Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was. He had a robot. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Oh, okay.
He had a suit that came out of like a wristband.
Yes, it was
pretty-
amazing.
It was pretty cool.
You guys are really geeks.
Yeah, I mean, how long into a shutdown do you start thinking, oh shit, a month?
Oh God, I hope it's not that long. I hope it's only like 2 weeks. I really do. If
2
these-
weeks would be. I mean, yeah, 2 weeks would be, I guess, ideal. I mean, not ideal, but
Yeah.
you're shut down already, so 2
Yeah.
weeks.
I think people are looking to April 1st as a point that will all kind of stop and reassess and see what's happened and how effective some of these measures
Right.
have been, and hopefully by then some of these palliative or supportive care treatments will be starting to work. And I mean, they're already starting to test, for better or for worse, vaccines that may be helpful. So
Yeah, the
think we'll know.
first human trials. So I was
know.
like, oop, failed, or hopefully not. But I don't know how. I don't know how they test vaccines. I guess they test on animals first, and then
they do, but they've
Typically
already
they do.
started.
I'm hearing you
human trials.
anybody can go volunteer for the human trials. I think you get paid $4,700.
Really?
Yeah, would you do it?
No.
Yeah, that's what
don't
I was
have
saying.
it.
$4,700.
But do you have to have the virus to participate?
I imagine they take your vitals and they're looking for some.
Oh, I
kind
guess
of
they would look for someone
criteria,
who doesn't have
and then they would infect you,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they would hopefully cure you
Yeah.
or not. But yeah,
Or they try to infect you and you just wouldn't, because if you're vaccinated, that's the whole point, right?
Oh, yeah, I
the
guess that would work
vaccination's
too.
Supposed to keep you from getting infected.
yeah, for sure.
Stu, thanks for being a.
An optimist.
Yes, I'm sitting here going, oh my God.
Vaccinations. Is that what we're getting at a shared universe now?
Yeah,
No, not
no,
yet.
no,
No
no, no.
vaccinations yet.
No, you have to pass $4,600 to get the vaccine.
Yeah. So all right, I didn't think the store would ever close. I thought I know you guys probably fought it.
We did
Yeah.
for as long as we possibly could.
Yeah. I mean, what was the crowd like before going into the shutdown?
Oh my God,
I
Monday,
wouldn't-
Tuesday.
What day was I? I don't even know what day it is. That's the problem with all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, right?
It is
I think it came in
Thursday.
2 days ago, right?
Came in on Tuesday.
2 or 3 days ago. I came as I got my haircut.
Was
And,
it Monday or Tuesday?
I think it was
Yeah.
Monday. I came in. I saw there was a couple like on a road trip. I think
Yes.
we signed a shirt for them.
Yeah, that was
couple photos.
Tuesday. Yeah.
So they were still road tripping.
Guy tried to put his arm around me. I was like, "Get the fuck off me!" No,
Yeah, yo, Corona boy.
get your goddamn Corona hands off
Hey,
me.
you. Get your
your
goddamn
damn hands off him.
him. Yeah, but the store seemed fairly not crowded, but there were people in there, people buying stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not a lot.
But there wasn't. Yeah, I mean, if the whole town's gonna be shut down, there was no reason for them to come down.
Exactly, and that's the thing that sucks the most.
Anyways, I think Surf Taco was still doing takeout, so you were able to eat. The pizza places were still
I
going.
didn't. I brown bagged it. So
Yeah.
I'm
Other than the store, and I guess your kids being home, has this affected you personally in any other ways?
well, there's. I mean, it's just the uncertainty of everything.
Okay.
So
Okay, so it's con season. I go to a lot of Comic Cons,
yes,
and I was supposed as we talk right now, I was supposed to be living it up in Kansas City, Missouri,
Yeah, that's true.
eating barbecue and sipping cocktails,
a little Kentucky bourbon.
getting ready for Planet Comic Con, one of the best conventions out there, and no Planet Comic Con. I'm bummed out.
Yeah,
And,
they never invited me.
You gotta talk to the man running it. You have
I gotta
to
kiss his butt. All right.
either drunkenly ride back in a cab with him in Chicago, Illinois. That doesn't hurt either.
All right.
But yeah, I think I've lost everything from here until right now mid-May.
Okay.
So it was like 5 or 6 shows, which it sucks.
Of course.
Sucks. It's probably going to extend past that. And then the other problem is they haven't canceled; they postponed.
So
But
everything's gonna jam up.
yeah, well, guess which dates they've rescheduled for? They're all kind of glomming onto the same dates. So
Yeah.
that stinks. But I mean, what am I going to do about it? I can cry,
Or you can.
and then I can cry again. First you cry, then you cry again.
Yeah, thanks there, Jerry.
Is,
Yeah.
is that from something?
It's
too?
from Seinfeld.
Seinfeld,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah, cry again. Which, yeah, so that stinks. But that gives me more time in here, so
Good.
I'm grateful for that. So yeah, just trying to get people to come in. Yeah, we're wiping everything down. I mean, I've sensed no difference in here per se.
No,
as
I
far
mean,
as
yeah.
people recording. I mean, we just had a podcast next door, so and they look like they were all right. So
Yeah.
and yeah, they took off last week. They're like, we're coming in this week. They were pretty adamant about coming in. So
Cool. Hey, that's good for us.
yeah, so we encourage that. But yeah, but hey, seriously, if anybody out there needs anything, we'll try to help out.
Absolutely.
I can't rebuild a carburetor or anything, but a lot of people have moved to a Zoom meeting in order to conduct business, which has been great.
Yep.
But if you need advice on maybe improving camera quality or audio quality, we can definitely help you out with that.
Give me a call.
Something we've been using for the last 2 years to podcast. I got a few tips here and there if you want them. Yeah, I've loaned out a couple of our cameras. We got gear here. If you want
That's
podcasts
great.
at home, we got gear here that we'll gladly lend you for sure. Just try not to sneeze on it or anything, and don't
Yeah,
drop
that
it in
would
the
be good.
toilet. But for any of our podcasters, if you feel that you want to stay home and not spread this thing, and that's that you feel that's your philosophy, by all
Good on
means,
you, number one.
well, yeah, but I mean, I was trying to keep everyone's shows going because once you have that long layoff or a long gap, that's death for podcasts.
yeah,
I mean,
it is. It
not
gets
only-
too easy.
Yeah,
Besides, I think that it is one of those things. Like now more than ever, people need to stay connected. They need to feel like they are still plugged in,
Yeah,
even if
for
it's
sure.
virtually. Human beings weren't meant. Most of us. I mean, I think there are some people who probably are thriving. I mean, this is like their dream come true, right?
I think yeah.
But for most of us, I mean, and even me, I mean, I don't consider myself a raving extrovert, but I'm feeling it. I'm
Yeah.
feeling that.
It's nice
I'm
to be
feeling
around
that
people.
deprivation. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Are there any local business you want to maybe give a shout to, maybe help them out a little bit? Any come to mind? For me, I've been trying to hit all my friends with local businesses. So I was over at Langosta Lounge yesterday, and at
Okay.
our neighbor in Asbury Park studio. I didn't even know this before, but they sell packaged goods. So I went over and I bought a case of beer.
Good for
Oh,
you.
very
Bought a case
nice.
of Pacifico. Went over to our friend Dez's place, Broad Street Doco, grabbed some donuts over
Very
there.
nice,
They're doing
yeah.
takeout. Tried to go to Rook. They closed at 3. So
Yeah, Rook's been
it was
closing.
3:03, and I was like, oh man,
You just
like,
missed
no.
it. Surf Taco.
Surf Taco's still doing
Yep.
takeout.
Yes,
next
they
door
are.
to the stash.
Yep.
Okay, even though I imagine the ghost town in Red Bank at
It
this
is
point.
pretty much, but Surf Taco toast. I don't know if they're. I'm imagining they're just doing like breakfast and lunch.
Okay,
Toast over on Mama Street.
yeah, and our friends
Johnny
over.
Pork Roll.
Oh yeah, Johnny Pork Roll's still open.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Drew's Bayshore Bistro is doing a limited menu, but you can
that's
you
in
can come
Keyport.
pick it up. That's in Keyport.
Okay.
but, yeah.
And yeah, our friends over at the Nip Tuck over in Long Branch.
Oh, yeah?
We've been going over there a lot. Yeah.
Really?
You can sit down and eat.
You can't. You got to take out.
Right.
Although, like, well, my friend Chris Jean just took over part ownership of the place.
Okay. Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't call it in before I go there and then order it, so I can go and talk to her for like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I can't be served anything, but I get takeout. over
Unless a
there.
cop comes in and just, all right, move it along,
Well, I
Chad.
think at that point, yeah, she'll be like, "Oh no, he works here." I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, boy, comic when times are tough. Huh? I'm like, "Yes, sir. You know how it is."
He's like,
for
no,
sure.
no, I don't.
I would bartend there. I would. Oh God, I would bartend there in a second if I
Really?
had to. Oh
It's
yeah,
cool?
for sure.
It's a cool place?
Yeah, it's a dive bar. It's a great place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had a thing. It was $6. You get 6 random beers. It was like the fun pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just trying to get rid of their beers.
Yeah, this
But-
is skunky.
Have you been over to Whitechapel?
I haven't. They were they were on a Wednesday to Sunday schedule. I imagine they just completely shut down, which stinks.
Yeah.
Can't be good for them, but I love them as well.
Yeah.
And anybody else I've been
I'd
going
recommend
over
local
to.
smoke if you're
The
gonna
barbecue?
grab- yeah. if
Are
you're
they
gonna
doing
grab
takeout?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, they're mostly takeout anyway. So.
okay, for sure.
Now, what about places? I mean, I'm assuming that like places like Green Street are closed.
Green Street is
and,
closed.
you
The
know, all
consignment
those
store?
shops,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
those
that's
shops
not
are-
really in this. Did they put out a thing like all non-essential businesses should be closed?
No.
They didn't say anything
No.
about that in Red
No,
Bank?
but they were hinting at it.
Okay.
So, Hote Maven.
Yeah, THM. Yeah,
Maria's doing.
our dear friend Maria is.
She's doing.
What's she doing?
She's doing boutique. They will.
Like private by appointment type stuff.
I don't think they're doing that. I think they're. If you see you go on their website, you
Yeah.
see something you like, they'll bring it out to your car, like
Oh,
curbside.
curbside.
service.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting for the comics, and you're like, oh, screw that, man. I ain't doing that.
Curbside. It's
Hey, where are my comics?
but people are so. It's one of those things where even if they did like.
Right.
You're like waiting for people. It's
Sure.
like, I've got to wait
I
here
know,
for like
I
20
know.
minutes for this guy.
I know. Aren't you there anyways, though?
Sometimes, but if you're like, listen, I could get out of here at 4 o'clock.
Right.
But then you got to wait for that.
But yeah, freaking Tom Seidner doesn't come pick up his comics.
Yeah.
Tom's awesome.
Tom's the
Tom
best.
always picks up his comics.
Damn straight.
Did any?
Hey, listen, if you need framing though, I mean,
Sure.
yeah, our friend at Revere Framing,
Yeah, is
George
he still
Cormos.
going?
George
is going.
Okay.
Yeah, he totally could go. I mean, and that's the kind of thing where, hey,
Shoot.
listen, you got a lot of time at home. You're looking through all of those old collectibles, those family photographs. For 10 years you've been thinking about
Sure.
putting that awesome
It's
photograph.
tough though. I can't imagine.
You should
it's
do it.
Tough.
Contact
I
George
should.
and figure it
You
out.
should.
Yeah.
It's a luxury item though. I mean,
Doesn't matter. Sometimes you got to spend the money.
Sure.
You know.
I agree. Well, yeah. Go to George. I mean, shoot. I've got 3 things I need framed here. I've just been sitting on them. We got some patches of wall that we could cover. I might have to go over there. All right, you can. Well, I mean,
I've
you didn't have to
convinced.
convince me.
Yeah.
I was going there regardless.
Oh,
but
hey,
you may
tell
have
George
sped it
I
up.
might have a trade for him. Some framing
You
for
can
a
use
couple
that
of.
cool Trump money to buy.
There you go.
You
I
can give that to George. Yeah, he's going to.
You know what? If I get that check, that's where it's going. It's going to George.
he's
Okay.
going to
Let me
send
get-
you a big check.
I got
Yeah.
lost.
George, I'll trade you. I've got some Mondo Star Trek.
Hell yeah.
Things.
Yeah. Totally.
Star Trek
man.
posters. I'll give you.
Yeah.
You frame 3 for me. I'll give you 3 of them for you.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of
That's
anybody
a
else.
piece of what is that? A piece of the action.
Piece of the action. Yeah. Hey, you see?
Star Trek.
Piece of the action.
Piece of the
Hey.
action. So, fantastic.
Yeah.
I want. Can I give a shout out to my
Absolutely.
alma mater,
Sure.
Monmouth University?
Sure.
So driving over here, I opened up an email, and it's from Patrick Lee, the new president of Monmouth, and it's like, dear community, and I'm like, oh God, here it comes. Like it's going to be the hard sell. Like, oh, here we are. And he goes down everything that has to happen. Like
Sure.
we've canceled classes. We're trying to go online. We had to cancel all of our, performing arts. We had to do this. We had to do that. And I'm like, I'm waiting for it. Like I was in fundraising for 25 years, and I've seen it all. So I'm like, oh, cringing. I'm like, oh man, here it comes. It's gonna be like, and you have to. Now more than ever, we need you to write your check and and support us because how important, blah 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 blah, and I keep reading and it's like and now's the time for us to come together as a community to support each other, support our students, and we're going to pause fundraising because the most important thing right now is for us to be present for each other, and I'm like, what did he just say? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like the last thing I expected. I almost cried. I was so grateful to for the fact that here's my alma mater doing the right thing,
Right.
out there, for the right reasons, doing the right thing. And so I just got to hand it to the newish president, and Monmouth U. I think that they've handled doing what they have needed to do with a lot of grace.
Right.
And like I said, it blew me away. It's the last thing I expected. I was very grateful to feel so proud to be a Monmouth alum. So good for them. And, just another example of doing the right thing when it would have been easy to just, to take advantage of a situation. Very decent, very dignified. So good for them. If you pass by Monmouth, tip your hat to them.
Right. I mean, I can't.
And when they do call you for your check, like in 3 or 4
Sure,
months, 6
sure.
months,
Your
send it.
Your Trump money. Yeah.
Exactly.
Save
Yeah,
that
some
Trump money.
Yeah, send it to
I
them.
can't imagine fundraising's a priority right now for anybody.
You'd be surprised.
really?
I mean, I have seen, like, listen, my day job is marketing, and, I had this whole thing on LinkedIn that I was going to send out saying, you vultures, like, stop. everyone's trying to give each other advice. Now more than ever, sell, sell, sell. You have to scare people if they're not doing this. This is a great time to upsell all your clients for this. And I'm like, what? How
No, it's
ghoulish
not.
are you?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
my clients are sitting here figuring out how are they going to preserve, how are they going to protect their staff
Sure.
and preserve, themselves in the
Sure.
short term.
Stay in business,
It's like
absolutely.
I'm going to get on the phone and now try to upsell them for thousands of dollars worth of like blah blah blah. I'm
Right.
like, that's disgusting. And so I had it all out there, and then I pulled it back. I'm like, okay, I don't need the aggravation of having to have like a bunch of blowback from that. But so good on everybody who is holding fast to their character at this point, because
Yeah, for sure.
it can be a rare thing. But thank God for Monmouth for doing the right thing. So shout out
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, right on.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else, but
No,
well,
this is good.
I'll
This
be
has been
here.
a good- a
I'll be
good
here.
first-
We will be here as long as it's legally, as long as I'm legally able to. So. And even yeah, I mean, even if it goes into some kind of lockdown,
Which is not. It's just not. I mean, I know we all want to be part of the drama.
Whistle
it's not,
past the graveyard. That's all it is. So
yeah. But yeah, if
It's not going to be easy, but we're going to, it's
if
gonna
they
be
shut
okay.
down all the unessential businesses, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it
well,
out.
let's do this again Monday night then.
Okay, sure.
Like a state of the state.
We'll do it from our basement.
Yeah.
Well, somebody mentioned that. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
if everything is shut down, will you podcast from home?
Yeah, why not?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, all our stuff is portable, so
Thomas
for
McKeon
sure.
says, Ming will podcast from home. It says it right there.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks, folks.
Take care.
All right. See you guys later.
And we will see you soon.